And we have here in front of us a calypsonian. You know I'm an avid listener of Shawshirt, Absinet, Goldilocks, quite a few members, quite a few from Trinidad. But this particular individual, I've never heard of him. But he has been a champ 4 times, sir?
Five times, and you've been listening to me without knowing it because I'm the writer for Abstinence.
Okay, first of all, we'd like to make an introduction of the 5-time winner Calypsonian. Could you introduce yourself, sir?
Yeah, I'm Reality from Montserrat, Collinsgut. That's where we are right now, in the beautiful island of Montserrat.
664. It's intriguing that I met this man. Could you give me a basic history of your Calypsonian career and what launched you into that field?
Well, my friends and brother, they encouraged me to come in because as a youngster, I used to play the guitar.
Okay,
And when I started writing, they loved what I was doing. I was just messing around, because
okay then.
we didn't have any formal training. We do it by heart here in Montserrat those days.
Well, I could imagine.
Right. So they liked what I was doing, how I played, how I put my melodies together. So they encouraged me to come into the art form. Then later, Arrow discovered what I could do, and I started helping him out writing his songs.
That's
And
cool.
one time we had a show, and Abstinent came to Montserrat, and while I was singing, he was so intrigued. When I came up, he said, no, you have to write some of those type of songs for me. So I said to him, no problem. So one
That is
time,
my favorite, however, in
Yeah,
the Calypsonian world.
Abstinent, yeah. So I was in Washington,
DC?
DC, and he came into the hotel room and he said, do you have any songs? I said, yeah, I have a couple of songs I could give you. And then that first time I gave him 2 songs. You remember that song, Got a Little Something for
Yeah.
You?
That's you wrote that?
Yeah, I gave him that
And
one.
that's one of my favorite.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I remember one do the elephant dance.
No, I didn't do the elephant
No, but I'm
dance.
saying I remember that.
Yes, that was on the same album, yes.
Yeah.
But I didn't do that one. As I said, I only gave him 2 songs on that album. And then I did Shiny Eyes for him.
Oh, that's miraculous.
I did Children Melody. Don't say they know.
But that's my favorite. You
Yeah.
wrote that?
Yeah.
Look, I finally meet the man that wrote Children Belly.
Yeah.
The man is here. I want to ask you a question. Exactly how much years have you been exposed to your Calypsonian environment?
Well, actually,
As of today, currently?
I've been exposed to it quite a long time because
40 years, 30 years?
well, let me explain why I said that. In my family,
Yes.
everybody before me was writers. My brother was one of the greatest writers.
So you have a historical background in the music?
Right, so they were writing and I was just listening to them. I did not know that I could write also or would become the better writer. I just used to listen to them, and then when I started messing around, like I said, my brother said, no, come on, you could do it. And I said, no. But then he registered me. So
Okay.
I was fortunate to have, and my neighbors up there, there's a guy named Fisher, and he was, to me, he was my idol as a writer.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that name.
Right, he used to live just up there. He was a very good writer. So I used to look up to these guys for their ability to write.
So question really quick. You indirectly entered into your career? It was not manufactured, it wasn't planned out?
It wasn't planned or anything.
It just happened through the grapevine or through the naturality of it?
Right, because, like I said, I used to play the guitar, and I started playing in string bands. I don't know if you know what that is.
I'm not familiar with string bands.
It's a local music where you just have acoustic instruments, and it's one of the greatest things.
Well, I would have to yet experience that.
Yeah, for the bass, like you have a band have a bass guitar.
Yes.
But they didn't have a bass guitar. They had a thing called a boom pipe. So you blow it. Boom. The guy that blew it created bass by blowing the wind.
Whoa.
And then you have the ukulele. It's like something like the banjo, but it's smaller.
Oh, okay, I know it's that.
And then you have the Gradsman. you know what's the grass? You make it from calabash and you put the beads in it and then you shake it.
I didn't even know they had a name for it.
Yeah,
I'm in process of learning.
yeah.
I want to ask you a question. One of these precious days, if you ever have the time, this is just a preliminary. Maybe we could sit down and utilize snippets of your music and incorporate them into a vlog, and then we present another vlog to the mass so they
No.
can get a bigger picture of who you are. Cause if you write for Absinthe, I think you're right for one of the greatest vocalists
Oh
I
yes,
know.
yeah. He was very very good. I always admire Absinthe and his
I do too.
ability to sing. You know, people don't realize that he's a great singer because
He is.
because he's always doing the comedy thing between. You
I
know?
don't think he's funny. I think it's cool that he's doing that. I don't think
No, it's cool, but because he was so good at the comedy, and he would
he's great.
right. But I'm saying, but he would okay if he's doing a song, he would never
He make fun of it.
he make fun of it, so people don't have time to really sit down and examine how great he is as a vocalist. But I'm telling you, working with him as a calypsonian, I think he was one of the best vocalists I've ever worked with.
You heard that, Antigua and Trinidad?
Yeah.
Listen to what them. Could you reiterate what you just said? Listen to what he just said.
No, Absinthe in his day was one of the best vocalists I ever worked with.
That's my favorite,
Yeah.
and this man have written for Absinthe. We're gonna come to a conclusion now, sir. I'm gratified you give me the ability to interact with you. This will be placed on my page, and whoever is available to view it, you'll get first-hand knowledge of the caliber of individual we're now talking to. And what's your name for the record again for the last time?
Reality, everybody knows reality.
My name the wig, and I keep wigging on this one little issue. If anyone see my grandmother and she requested to know my location, just let her know I'm at peace in the 664. Wig on. Wig on.